I am trying to get this doggone thing to allow me to bring it up on my laptop. So far, it is not doing it. So I don't know what's going on. What did I do wrong? I don't know what I did wrong, guys. So I guess we will be. Oops. How do we do that? There we are again. Good gracious alive, y'all. Well, I found out how to get it on here, but when I'm trying to set it up to come up, guys, it is not setting up right. Oh. I did everything that it required to set it up, the live stream. Go back up. Some of y'all folks that are real smart needs to tell me how to do this. It should be on. I don't know. But anyway, we're on our laptop. We're on our phone now, guys. We're on our phone. Oh well. I have been really, really super busy. I have been canning like crazy. Canned figs. Let's see, I did 9 quarts of figs and 1 fig jelly. I did 8 pints and 2 fig jellies. So guys, that was a job. So you know you got to cook those figs for a while. There's Javita and there's Fuzzy Adventures and More. Well, hello. And there's Wheat. Hi Wheat, how are you? Well, y'all, you know how it is. I'm just busy bee. That's me. I'll show y'all my figs. Because I've been working on them, guys. I've been working on them. They look really nice, don't they? We love figs, and our tree has been producing figs like crazy. And so I'm taking advantage of it this year because we were out of fig jelly and fig syrup, fig preserves. You know, a lot of times you make add strawberries to your figs and make them kind of taste like strawberry preserves too. And they're really good. I like them fixed like that. Guys, we have been killing it this week. Went to Haley, had a baby shower, and she got so much stuff, guys. You will be shocked at how much stuff she got. It was unreal. I mean, I was just shocked at how much there was. I mean, she got, I couldn't even tell you what all she got, but more stuff. That baby is going to be set for the first year of his life. Anyhow, guys, I'm surprised about that. Let's see. And then Joey and I went to Phoenix City today, and he purchased a Harley Davidson motorcycle, a Sportster. And of course, it doesn't run. It's just sitting out there in the barn like everything else we got. But it's so funny. We got it, went and got it, got lost. Well, I punched, you know, I'm dyslexic, so I read numbers backwards and stuff. So, of course, I punched it in as, hey, Reverend Joe, how are you, hon? Yeah, I punched it in as 1422, but it was actually 4122. So, of course, it took us around the world to get to where we were going. And when I tried to pull it up with a GPS from there, it kept saying that place did not exist. So we finally got around to calling the guy, and he told us to keep going, that we just hadn't went far enough. So we went on for about 5 miles before we finally found it, guys. Yeah, it's one of those things. Let's see. And so we worked on that. And so we've been just rolling around here trying to get things done. You know how it is. We needed one more motorcycle. We can't walk now in the barn. But that's okay. Joey never fussed about my horses or none of my animals, so I can't fuss about his. His habits and things, guys. Here we are at the upright thing. If I could get it to come up on the computer, I would. I don't know why it's not coming up. But anyhow, just wanted to let y'all know that we're going to do it like this anyway. Oh, that's great, Reverend Joe. I'm glad that you're having good luck with your legs there. That's wonderful. Yeah. Let me put this on. Let's see. FNG007. Hello, hello. What's up with you? I don't know you. Never seen you before. So hello. Welcome to the Rambling Peach. I hope you'll enjoy it. Kind of on the slow side here. There's Yager's farm. Is Trump doing a great job? Who knows? Boogie Wayfarers. I just subbed. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And there's Braden. Won't I get a shout out? Well, hello. Hello, Braden. How are you, dear? Haven't met you before either. And FNG007 is from Texas. Hello, hello. Got a lot of friends from Texas and came down there to the YouTube meetup that you guys had this year. Had a great time. There's Justin Alex. I'm doing good. How are you, Justin? And you're Jimmy from Alabama, Braden. Great, great, great. And Braden, where do you live in Alabama? Because I live right across the line in Georgia, in Midwest Georgia. So, cool. There's another channel that has come in, Braden. They're called We Took the Long Way Home. I don't know if you've ever watched them, but they're a new channel that hadn't been out very long, and I've really enjoyed them. So if you have not checked out their channel, check it out. They are great, entertaining groovers. I don't have a clue. I don't watch the news. The news is depressing. So, hey, Peter, Old Man King's there. Oh, prayers for all and extras for those who think they don't want or need them. Ain't that the truth? Number 3's messages deleted. Okay. Let's see. Not like I mean subs. Okay, Braden. I didn't get that. I don't know what you're talking about there. Kind of lost. You know I'm old and it's hard for me to keep up. Hey, there's Justin Alex says Bombsilla Crocodilla. Well, hello, Justin. That's cool. It's hard for me to keep up with those kind of words. Braden says he has 38 subscribers. Okay, we'll have to check out your channel, Braden. Let me write it down because I'll forget. Just as soon as I get off of here, I'll go. Now, who was it I was going to get their stuff on? Let me see. Let me see. A piece of paper. Okay. Oh, you're a gamer. Okay, cool. That's depressing when fellow Americans don't have a clue of what's going on in America. Isn't that the truth, Yager's Farm? Yeah, I keep up with some. I do keep up with some, and some I don't. Okay, so Braden Watt is 13 years old and he's a gamer. Okay, cool, Braden. I'm glad to have you in here. My grandchildren absolutely love gaming. So you would love hanging out with them. They're always online playing games with somebody. My grandsons are. But they're a couple of years older than you. You have a favorite headshot. Okay. No scope. Okay. Cool. So what games do you play, Braden? Yeah, Braden. What games do you play, hon? And Braden, do you have any tips? Avita wants to know, do you have any tips that you would like to share with us? Fortnite Roblox Rainbow. Is that a game? Okay, well, that's one I haven't heard of. Now, my grandsons may be all into it. I have no clue. You're so funny, guys. I get to go on the 5th and get this dang tooth redone that broke when I was eating, and so now I've just got this little nub there, so they're going to do something with it on the 5th. I've already went down and he's looked at it, and he said he thinks that he can just fill it and rebuild what's not there anymore. Hopefully that will happen. Oh, cool, Braden. Well, you know, let's see. Never give up, because you never know. One day you'll pop out and get them subs. That's exactly right. You never know. You know, it's depressing sometimes. I'm not very good on putting mine out there, Braden. I hate doing the editing for mine, but with you doing games, you just pretty much show what your games are while you're playing, right? Or give us an idea of how you're playing. And my 38 subs are 38 reasons why I don't quit YouTube. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Great. Braden, I've tried to get my grandsons to get started, and that's how you get started. Let's see. I have right at 4,500 subs right now, and I've been doing YouTube now for about 3 years, I think. And you started last year. Cool. All right. Yeah, I've been at it quite a while, a lot longer than I thought. It's getting there. I've been very lax lately on putting out my videos. That's right, Reverend Joe. You got to start one. That's right. You know, if you just did maybe Bible verses or something like that, just to get folks, get yourself started out there, that would be really cool. I need some of them so I can go live for my games that I play. Cool. Well, I think after you have, 50 subscribers, that you can go ahead and start doing lives. Hey, Rhonda Dotson, how are you, honey? I'm so glad to see you in here. You got in here on time, or almost on time this time. Heck, I'm so slow and dinked up here, girl. I hate that this thing is up and down. I just cannot. I've got it up on my YouTube, on my channel, and it's going live, but it will not allow me to come. It's asking me for all kinds of information and stuff, and I done messed with it till it was already a minute or two after, and I said, to heck with it, we'll just do it on our phone. Oh, lordy. So maybe between now and next week, I couldn't figure out. I thought I had it figured out. I didn't know that it was going to come on and do all of this stuff, guys. I really had no idea. That's what I thought, Braden, that you needed 50. That is so cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Love all the little hearts and smileys and all. Let's see. Yeah, Joey and I went down to Phoenix City, and he bought him a Harley today, another one. It's in pieces, like most of them that he buys, but eventually he'll put it on the rack and start putting it together. He said for what he paid for it, it has some really nice parts, you know, on it. So some of the parts that are on it are worth as much as what he paid for it. So, you know, I'm really excited about that. The guy that had it said that it was just more than what he could handle, that he just was not, he didn't think it would be that complicated. He thought he could just put it all back together, and or maybe he's the one that took it apart thinking that he could restore it or something. But anyway, it's in a million pieces. He had fixed a nice little rack though for base to hold the motor up, so I thought that was pretty doggone good. Let's see. Thank you, Reverend Joe. Appreciate all those hearts, hon. Let's see. Yeah, we have been piddling around here. Like I said, I've made Haley a little quilt and got it all quilted up for the baby. She was excited about that. I got her a, you know, the little video camera that you can put the monitor in the baby's crib or in the baby's room and see what's going on in there. That's the main item that I got her. And then I got her some little outfits and some rice cereal. And boy, howdy, I looked everywhere for rice cereal, guys. Yeah, that's right. Joey needed another project. If he can get his buddy's projects off of his list, he might could work on some of his. That's what I tease him about. His boyfriend's coming over all the time because all his buddies come over and use his lift. But that's okay. He don't care. It gives him somebody to hang out with and talk to. But I tease him about them being his boyfriends because they come out religiously every weekend almost. Anyway, but baby, it'll slow him down because he's sweating his little butt off. I mean, every time he walks in the house, he is soaking wet. And it just kills me. I tell him he needs to slow down and come in and rest in between and get some breaks. But you know how he is. He'll go out there and sit in that doggone swing, and he calls that cooling off. I guess it's better than coming in the house and getting real comfortable and then having to go back in it, out in it if you just stay out there. He comes in and eats, and that's about it. But also, I'm going to try my best to get out my video on the mullein and the other stuff this week, guys. I know I told y'all that this last week, and I have no excuse really. I've got everything up. I've got the video made. I just have to add the wording on it. And that's what's taken so long, is getting up all the information and getting it to sound right when I put it to the video. So hopefully I'll have that done this week. And I know a lot of people don't know about these little natural remedies, things that are right here that everybody has around them. They just don't realize that they're good for you. But anyway, guys, so let's see what else. Oh, Madison came home, guys. My granddaughter that's 25 that works out in the Outer Banks. And she works out there. She came home on Thursday and had to leave on Sunday, bless her heart. She came home flew in just for the baby shower. And so she was really, yes, natural healing is much better for us all. Won't be adding all these chemicals that these doctors or inventors supposedly come up with. Then we find out later that stuff is killing us, you know, or you take something and then you have to take something else because that causes some side effect, you know. It's really sad that that's just the way it is nowadays. So anyway, so we're going to be doing a few videos on that, and you know, just the ones that I know something about, and I'm trying to look up and research more information so I have more to tell y'all about. The ones that I have tried and know or have used before. So that's basically what I've been hanging out with. And there's Demoose. Hello, Demoose 1829. How are you, hon? It's good to see you. I heard that there's going to be another YouTube meetup in Texas. Do you guys have anything to do with that one? I saw it on the Webb's Way thing. I got to go back and look at it. I think it's sometime toward the end of the year. Maybe November, I don't know. But anyhow, I love your little waving hand there. That's cute. The shout out too. Yep. Yep, exactly. And there's so many things out there too that, you know, no, it's not Pinecone Fest. Well, Pinecone Fest too. I think it's in October. That may be the one. I was thinking it was a different one, but it may be. I just glanced at it and I didn't have time to stay in it and check it out, Demoose. Hey, Peter, how are you? I already spoke one time, that's right. Hey, Brandon, glad you're back, hon. So if you see, the YouTube is trying out this new thing, and Peter described it a whole lot better than me. They give them little crowns and whatever, and they tell you about your messaging. It helps to keep the live moving along, and so it's whoever wins for this particular live, and that's why they have the little crown. Right now, Braden is second, and Jovita is first place, of course. Bless her heart. So I went out, y'all, and picked the last of my cucumbers. Those suckers just absolutely dried up. I mean, the vines are withering now, even not just the leaves. It is so terrible. And, you know, it just can't keep the water in there. I mean, we've gotten rain once or twice a week now for I couldn't tell you when. So it's that and the watering that I'm doing every other day, unless it rains, of course, should be keeping them nourished, but obviously it's not. Unless I've got my garden spot too acidic, you know, and it should not be that either. So I'm thinking that it's got to be the other, because it's not just one or two beds, it's all of them that are drying up. Even my asparagus bed, the tops of them are withered and dried up. In fact, I've only had seeds off of one so far. They'll get the flowers, and then the flowers dry and fall off before the actual seed starts. Wheat says she is having trouble keeping her flowers watered. Did I tell you, Wheat, that I thought the little flower that you gave me was not going to make it, but it has come back and is doing great. It is, it's already about a foot tall. So I'm really excited about that. The flower from the cutting from the plant that you got from your friend in Hawaii. Anyway. Demoose is speaking to everybody. He's telling everybody hello. And Wheat, guys, has tons of flowers, so I bet she is having to, I just have to run me a hose. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just running a hose across the driveway because using the watering can ain't getting it this time. And I used to have a system set up to where I could water them, but I was having to leave the hose on. And Joey doesn't want me to leave the hose out there. And it was a drip water system, so I've got to do something to get me a better water system. I may run it from where Madison's camper is down to the garden spot. It's a little bit further, but at least I'd be able to put them on a schedule and they'd come on and off by itself. Hoping I can cut some late, maybe some watermelon or something that'll be a little later that will come out. Okay, Wheat says her cypress vine is starting to bloom. And she's glad that my plant is doing good. Well, cool. All right then. I've still got those seeds for you. I've got some tiger lily seed, and I just have not gotten down there. I thought we might get by there today, but it was not in the even close to the same direction, and Joey and I both said, nah. I said, I'll just run down there one day this week. So if you got anything going on that you're going to be doing anytime this week, let me know, because you know me, I'm liable to pop in, but I will call beforehand and let you know. I've got to figure out a way to keep this black and white goat that's a baby. She's not a baby anymore. She's half grown. But I've got to figure out how to keep her in the pen. She is eating up my rose bushes. She's eating up just everything that she can get her little butt into. She's eating pears off the ground when they're falling off the trees. Something is getting into my apples. I think it's probably possums are getting up there and eating my apples. I know they sure tear up my plums in plum season when the plums are blooming, or plums are out, guys. It was shocking to me. I did not know that possums ate that kind of stuff. I thought they just ate creatures. You know? I didn't know they ate fruits and stuff like that too. So educated me. Oops. Sorry about that, folks. I'm shocking the world here, bouncing things. Yeah, we are, let's see. Brain fart, I guess. Whoops. A squirrel. I don't remember what I was going to say. Which is not hard for me, guys. It's not hard for me. I might have to start getting into my pine needle tea, I guess. Start trying to improve my memory function. Did you guys know that pine needles are good for that? You can actually take the cambium layer underneath the pine tree off and boil it, or set it to a boil and let it simmer, and then strain it off and drink that tea. And it's really good for cognitive issues, supposedly. And you can use it, make it into salves and all kinds of things. I'll probably be doing a video on that also here in the future, guys. I need to get back started getting some videos out. I'm really been slacking here. No excuse, no excuse. I'm not even going to say nothing. It's all my fault. Anyway, what else has been going on? Guys, I can't even remember what all is going on around here. I thought, I think about things after we do them. Well, I should have got the camera out and done this. I did do a little video at the baby shower, so I'll probably post a short or two of the baby shower just to show off. And we got one of her friends made the cutest cake out of the disposable diapers that she gave. I thought it was so cute. It was, I'm going to post a picture of it, guys. Not slacking. Oh, a lot of mine's been slacking week. Busy, but slacking on a lot too. I just don't want to go outside. It's so doggone hot that you can't breathe. When I walk out the door, I feel like and you get so sticky and wet and clammy. I don't see how you guys that live out there in Texas that don't have air conditioning make it, Jovita. You're probably a lot healthier than we are that have air conditioning, I've got something on my face here. It's probably dirt. No telling, no telling. I can see it in the camera, guys. Anyway, but we have been rolling around here trying to get a little bit done. Anyhow, I'm going through my drawers because I have got so many little kitchen gadgets and utensils that I don't have room to put nothing else in there. I haven't thrown out stuff, cleaned out stuff, and have 2 or 3 of one thing that I don't need. You know how that goes. Got 2 or 3 potato mashers and just junk like that I've got to get cleaned out. And I'm not about to put that on video. I don't want y'all to see how bad my drawers so that's part of it. Oh, lordy, lordy. Oh. 86 degrees, feels like it's 94 and 70% in humidity. Whew, I bet it has been miserable there. Now, do you guys, does it cool off at night there, Jovita, like down in the low upper 70s at least at nighttime, where you can stick a fan in the window or turn on ceiling fans or something to make yourself at least comfortable to sleep? I know it's got to be hard. I know it's got to be hard out there. Huh. I can't even imagine. Yeah. Making notes, guys, making notes. Can't believe it. But I've got to figure it out. I've got to set it up. I guess what I'll do is go here and try to set this thing up with a live stream so that I'll have it set up for next week at the same time. And hopefully that will solve this problem for next week. Well, let's see what else is new to the world of YouTube, guys. I have not put out anything, guys. I'm just slacking. I don't know what to say other than that. Just slacking. Just haven't done it. Been kind of down in the dumps, not wanting to. Oh, I know you guys would have to be. Well, you know, as a kid, I grew up with no air conditioning until I was in my 20s. So yeah, I know, and I could probably get used to it again. I just hate to know I had to. No, when you get used to it and been used to it for as long as I have, it's very, very nice to be able to stick with it. Yep. If things were to happen in this old country and people, it would kill a lot of us old folks probably. So to lose all the amenities and the things that we have now. I know how to do it. I just hate to know I had to go through that again. Back when we were kids, we used to build rabbit boxes. Have any of you ever built rabbit boxes? We would build a box out of like 2x6s, and we would have it to where when the rabbit came in, he hit a little pole, and when he hit that little stick, it would drop a slot down and trap him inside the box. So then when you checked your box, instead, this was better than setting snares. When you checked your box, he's safe in that box. And when you raise that lid up, you better be ready to grab him because his little butt's going to be trying to get out of there. A lot of times we would just put a sack over the end of the trap when we were kids, put a Kroger sack, we called them Kroger sacks, over the end of the trap. And then we'd raise the lid up, that rabbit would run in the sack, and then we could tie up the top of it. And we could do that several times with several, rabbit boxes. And a lot of times we would have fried rabbit and gravy. We'd have Brunswick stew made out of the rabbit and squirrel and pork, from Granddaddy's farm and everything. Yeah, so many people. Well, as we were riding today, we came on, it looked like a tiny house community. And so I'm going to have to get back down there and check it out. I don't know if it's tiny houses, but they look like little tiny houses. So it may be, they may have been all the same. I could just tell they were very small. And so I'm going to have to get back down there and check it out. We were pulling a trailer behind the vehicle, so I could not stop then and be driving around with a big trailer behind us. So, and yes, there are so many people that don't have access to electricity. And the ones that do have access to electricity only have like a light or are able to charge a phone. They have very limited amount of electricity. So we are really a lucky country that we live in here in the United States. Even the people that are homeless have access to amenities that a lot of people live with out all over the world, So we don't realize how lucky we are. Found out today that this insurance that we have does, they give you a card that's supposed to pay so much, you know, it's supposed to pay like $75 a quarter or something like that. Well, it don't. The last one did, and that card worked great. But this year it has not worked at all, and they told us that the card they sent us is no good. But now we have to actually show our insurance card to get that, and it's only good at CVS. So, that's the way it goes, I guess. Uh, so we'll try that the next time we need something over-the-counter type medication, or maybe some floss or toothpaste or something, you know, that we need, hand soap, whatever, kitchen soap. Anytime we need something that is needed like that, we'll be able to try that and see if it'll work. I know it works for like toothpaste and Kleenex and, you know, stuff like that. Cold medications, vitamins. Ooh, my eyes are itching, guys. I think it's the some more pollen out here. Oh. The insurance, so far the insurance card, the actual insurance is working, but the card that you get from it is not acting right. So we will have to say, have you not tried that, Wheat? I know you're old enough and you were going to check into it. It's according to what insurance you get, and they say Humana is much better. But in Georgia, Humana does not want you to go to a doctor in Alabama. And both of my doctors are in Alabama. You know, I'm right across the line here from Alabama. So, you know, my rheumatology specialist that I go to for the lupus, he's in Alabama, down around Opelika, and my general practitioner is in Alabama too. So they want us to change and start seeing doctors that are from Clark Holder Clinic, but I've been going to these doctors for so many years. I don't want to change doctors. I'm used to them. They know about my case and all that stuff. Insurance is complicated. Oh no, nothing is patient friendly. That way they can change it. It's all worded to where they can make you think that it's going to pay, and then it don't. You know how that goes. If you don't get it approved ahead of time, you're in sad luck. And you know, they can make you an appointment with the doctor, and then you get there and they say, oh, we don't accept your insurance. And then you either just go home or you pay it out of your pocket. Most folks don't have the money to pay it out of your pocket, so nowadays. So it's just ridiculous, you know. These insurance companies are something else, guys. Anyway. Let's see. I missed something there. I missed one. Can't get it to go back up to it, though. Oh, well. That's okay. And by the way, Wheat, are y'all saving blocks of ice to put in the pool? Y'all's pool may be more shaded than ours was. Because ours was like taking a bath. It was so hot. When we had that pool this time of year, it would be so hot you felt like you were getting in bath water, and that's not fun. It would have been nice if it was wintertime and you got no pool that warm, you know. But anyhow, guys, it's been raining here and thundering. So I kind of wondered if we were going to be able to get our thing going, because a lot of times we will lose our internet connection when I guess when we have storms, thunderstorms especially. But so far we've done good. But guys, that's just the way it goes, I guess. So I contacted them today. Joey's been having a lot of sinus issues, and we're going to try to get him into a ENT, what is that, ear, nose, and throat doctor, specialist. And so I had to call the insurance company, and then you're online forever, and you get moved around for 4 or 5 different folks. But finally found out that we don't have to have a referral for him to go, that we can actually make a appointment ourselves. But then they sent me a list of doctors that they provide, that are their providers. So I've got to call around tomorrow and try to find out those providers and all. And then with the list, it was so funny that after they sent the list, then I received a notice saying that the list would disappear in 7 days. So, it's always something, always something. Hey, there's Rainy Ridge. Hello, hello. Been lurking and editing. Well, honey, if you can get some editing done, you're doing good. I am lucky that this editing world is not for me. I've thought several times about just stopping YouTube completely because of editing, and may still do it before it's over with, honey. I can't sit still tonight. Boy, this chair is hard as a rock. I guess my butt is bony and it's not cushioned enough to keep me comfortable for a while. Anyway, but guys, we've been rolling around here trying to get a little bit of updated and get things going. There's Christy Betts. Hey, Christy. Oh, Rainy Ridge says, don't do that. We would miss you. Well, honey, you just don't know. I might would still, even if I quit, I might would still be lurking at y'all's meetups and things because they're so much fun. It's just this editing thing that drives me nuts. And, if I was making some money or getting enough views on my videos and things, then, you could pay somebody to do your editing for you, but that's not the case here. It was like last week when the guy, came in. I thought, boy, if he needs some money, he's asking the wrong person now. At least you guys understand because you're a little younger and you got much younger, I should say. You guys can do computers and deal with things more so than I can. I'm just, every time I get on here, I'm fumbled fingered or whatever you call it. I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm blundering through. And then, guys, I learned, you can't even go on YouTube. You can't even use StreamYard now without joining or subscribing to them. I did not know that. So that's why I'm having to try to get this set up on the YouTube studio. It's just ridiculous. Oh, Tina, honey, trying to get them perfect. If I can just get them out there. Chrissy says she's 68 and don't even have a computer, huh? Well, I understand exactly. This laptop's what I call a computer, and, it's old. It's 3 or 4 years old, so, they become obsolete after about 2 years now. But hopefully it'll hang in here for a little while. Yeah, it's I heard a guy on the radio today, and he was talking about it, about you get what you get and you don't pitch fit, what kids used to say. Well, that's about what my YouTube is. If y'all watch them, I sure do appreciate it. And it's one of those you get what you get and don't pitch a fit, because like that one I put out from the Gold Camp, and I couldn't get it to zoom. I zoomed in, couldn't get it to go back out, and I couldn't figure that crap out for nothing. It just would not go out. So at least that's a lesson learned. I learned to cut out the section. If I want to zoom in on something, I cut that section out and then zoom it in, instead of trying to click and zoom in, because it zooms the whole darn section of the whole video instead of just what you want, and then you can't go back out. Your granddaughter, when she was 4, had to show you how to use. I know that's right. These kids they have no fear, and they can go right through there like it is nothing. And Wheat says her phone is her computer, and Wheat is really good on her phone, guys. She's got it down better than I do, I guarantee you. My kids are still showing me stuff. My granddaughter was flipping through hers yesterday, and it was, yesterday before she left, she was showing me some pictures, and I got tickled, and I said, "How did you do that?" And she said, "What do you mean?"
"No, you got a smartphone." I said, "Yeah, but I didn't know how to do that." So then she had to go back and show me how to do whatever it was she was trying to bring up and show me. So I said, I don't know if I learned it or not, but I'll have to try it later if I don't forget. Because my brain limits are about this long. Oh, Christy, are you staying cool out there where you are? I know it's a lot cooler in Tennessee than it is down here where I am. And the news said this morning that it was going to be hotter today. And I asked Joey, I said, did we go to hell? Did we wake up in hell? I don't see how it could get much hotter than what it is. He just laughed. He said, are you that bad? I said, oh no, I've been pretty bad in my past. Anyway, I said, can't get much hotter. It's already 100 out here, But anyway, yeah. It's just something else going on. Reading and sleeping. Christy, do you have electricity? Are you hooked up to the electrical grid where you are? Do you have power there where you are? Because I know it would be really hard to survive or be able to run everything on you're on a generator. Bless your heart. Oh my God. So does your fridge run on gas then, so that you can use your fridge instead of having to keep everything on? I know, most campers, the devil's front porch today. Yep, that's the way we feel. It does feel like you're right there. That's exactly right. That's a good way of putting it. But my friend that lived up there just across the line, it was at least 15 degrees cooler just there. Now, he lived in the mountainous section. I say mountains. It was a hilly section there in Tennessee. I guess mountainous, part of the mountains there. And it was always a lot cooler there where he lived than it was down here where we live. So I just figured it's bound to be a little cooler there. And being out in the woods too. But a generator, good gracious, that's got to get expensive. Having to... Oh, you're using an ice chest right now. Holy cow, girl. Somebody, we need to get you one of those solar ice chests then. We need to try to find somebody that has one or can get one for you. Your son knows that you like the heat, and he said this morning, I hope you're enjoying this. Oh, Lordy. Well, Christy, you are pretty primitive, honey. I didn't realize you were that far out, primitive-wise. So it gets expensive, doesn't it, to have to run a generator if you run it very much. Yeah, well, a solar generator would keep all of her lights and that kind of stuff going, but it wouldn't run and it would run the refrigerator, but it would not run air conditioning. Well, it would for a couple hours, and then it'd be gone, It just can't keep, unless you've got a lot of battery backup, then it would. But even then, your solar generator, you've got to have enough backup battery to keep the generator charged as it's draining the juice off that's in there. So that's what makes it so hard. And you can only put so much energy into a solar generator at a time. It's a complicated thing to figure out how much you can put in. But that's the way it goes. Christy said she likes warm, but not this warm. Well, yeah, that's me. I can handle it up to about 82, 83 degrees. But when it starts getting on up there around 90, 95, 100, it's not for me. You brought the property with electricity, but when my little sister got sick, someone stole the box and pulled the pole. Well, ain't that some crap? Well, Christy, doggone it. I got a box here. I used to have a pole with a box on it. I know you guys go well into the triple digits there. Holy moly. I just don't see how y'all do it. Feel kind of bad for him. He works in a machine shop with no AC. Holy lordy. But at least he works nights. Well, I hope there's a way to get some air movement in there. I worked in a factory for a little while that did not have air conditioning. And boy, we'd try to roll those roll-up doors up, and they'd come back and roll them down. Tell me, who rolled this door up? All of us did. We're all guilty. We're dying in here. Because, you have no water, no nothing. So they finally went and bought some big fans and put them blowing. But, I mean, they didn't buy but about 3 of them. And we had like 10 lines running at that time. So them 3 fans didn't do a whole lot if you were on the far end of those lines. Ooh, bless your heart. I bet that would be rough. Yeah, my friend, our friend Tommy, he's like our adopted kid, I guess, or he adopted us anyway. He works evening shift. Well, his evening shift starts about 2 o'clock and runs till about 11 or something, unless he goes in early. And they have no air where he works, and I don't see how they do it. It would have to be terrible. Carissa said she remembers working in plants nights with no air when she was younger. Well, Christy, doggone it. Well, if I lived anywhere close to you, honey, I would try to figure out how to get you some electricity out there to you. I know that right. That's right. The humidity is the bad part. And I just don't see how y'all do it. I don't see how you do it. Not at our age, but anyway, that's the way it goes, I guess. You're a tougher woman than I am. But, guys, we've been on here for about, we have about 7 minutes, I think, left, 8 minutes left. So I am going to give y'all my spiel about being nice to people. We just don't know what's going on. There's my buddy Tommy just posted some kind of video that popped up here on my phone. But anyhow, yeah, we're going to try to be nice to people because we don't know what they're going through in their lives. Let's see, when the back of your knees are sweating, it's hot. I know that's right. Joey's boots will come in and he'll have to change his socks 2 or 3 times a day because his socks will be just dripping wet. He sweats so much. I don't see how in the world he already has his pants will be wet, his shirts will be wet. I guess his socks and boots will be wet. Says, and you think he's been out there under a hose, but it's not. It's just from sweating. Ooh. Oh, there's been a lot of bad things happening there, but not for you, Well, bless your heart. I hope, Christy, that we're going to add you on my prayer list because, honey, you need some sweetness and some relief in your life, hon. So we're going to... Peter, you have a great night, too, and thank you for hanging in here with me tonight. And maybe by next week I'll have this thing stop from being up and down and we're actually on that live computer screen again. Rainy Ridge says she's going to try mornings now for hers to come out so that she can see. Yes, it has been tough lately on YouTube. I get some of my videos I'll get 50, 60, 70 views. Some of them I'll get 300 or 400, but it's just sad that, you never know. You don't know what's, they say to find your click. Well, what is your click? I'm not building a tiny house. I'm not I'm not doing something that I can continuously do the same thing. That makes it hard. So anyway, we're going to, yes, Christy, I'm definitely going to add you on my church's prayer list. Perhaps, Christy, perhaps if you could email me, you can look on my about page on my channels and email me, and we could do something there, try to help you out. But guys, let's be nice to people. We don't know what they're going through. There's so much suicide in this country. There's so much hate. Just like the guy that was trying to harass me about Trump tonight. This is not it's YouTube. It really is not should not be a place to rant about whether you like or dislike the president that we have in the country. I've tolerated presidents that I did not like. I tolerate presidents that I do like. So presidents that I do like. So let's hope that these people can understand. Let's see. Wheat says she hopes everybody has a good night, and her and Charlie will be back next week. Maybe next week things will be better around here, Wheat. So, yeah. Oh, little girl little girl next door was suicidal. You just don't know. 14 years old. These kids, things that don't even make sense to us will make children, even grown-ups even, think it's the end of the world, And there have been a time or two in my life that I've said, well, maybe I'd just be better off dead, And then I think, well, you're an idiot. I'm not an idiot, I'm really not. And I'll be darned if I'm going to let something like that happen. And this day and time, it is super hard to be a child. There's so much peer pressure out there. There's so much parents that expect their kids to do so much better, and why they put that much support on kids, guys. It's just really, really sad. But we're going to get out of here tonight. Thank y'all so much. If it wasn't for y'all, my channel wouldn't even be here. So all of you that have been supporting me, all of my main people, thank y'all so much. And all the other people that have subscribed to my channel, things will get better, hopefully. Hopefully we'll figure on a niche that everybody will like, and something that I can actually do. Maybe this doing some natural healing or giving y'all some information on items that I know around here, maybe we'll get some views on that, because those are some things that we have done around here. So guys, we're going to get out of here. James says he's hungry. Good for you. I'm out of the hungry stage. It's too late for that now. You guys have a good night. We love y'all, and we will see y'all next Monday night at 9 p.m. again, Eastern Time. Bye. If I can figure out how to get up here and get off of here. I want to end it. Yes.